Please listen carefully.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to episode 23 of the Hypothetical Siblings podcast. My name is Nick.
And my name is Lainey.
And Lainey, now you were on our show last week. And you sat here and talked about things. And now you're here this week. Time has passed in between those 2 points. Discuss.
I don't remember being here last week, so it's almost as if no time has passed.
So you didn't have a week. You fell into an extra dimensional plane.
Yeah.
Excellent. It's not particularly helpful for the thing where we are supposed to talk about things that happen.
Well, okay,
Or
I'll
might
talk
happen.
about things that have happened.
Okay.
Steve.
What?
Minecraft
Oh,
Steve.
Minecraft Steve. Yes, Minecraft Steve happened.
For those of you that keep up with Nintendo and Smash, someone new just got introduced to the game. Fucking Minecraft Steve. Along with Alex, Zombie, and Enderman. What the fuck?
Welcome to Mugen.
What did you just say to me?
Welcome to the video game that has no rules anymore.
Oh.
There is only chaos.
Only chaos.
Because a game where Mr. Game & Watch can fight Minecraft Steve and Pac-Man is a weird one.
It's fucking whack. Oh shit.
I'm trying to think of what's the weirdest cross-section, you know?
I mean, I think you're right. Probably like old versus new, right? Because
Yeah, but then you get like anime in there. So it has to be a fight between like Mr. Game & Watch, Cloud, Minecraft Steve, and Snake. Like that, I feel like that's a good
that is good.
square.
The fucking... Did you watch that little video that Nintendo put out of it?
Yeah. The announcement trailer.
When Snake is in his box and the Enderman's
Listen.
just fucking looking at it.
Climbing in your window,
Snatching your
People
people up.
trying to take them. So y'all gotta hide your kids, hide your wife, and hide your husband. Because they raping everybody out here.
That was a good time.
No, I mean that video or like the Minecraft thing or us just singing just now.
I mean, yes.
All of it. Yeah.
Boom.
Just
Yes.
everything.
So I'm looking forward to playing as Steve because it looks fun.
Not Alex.
Actually, I'm probably just gonna do Enderman and that's it.
I can
Maybe
respect
Zombie. I don't think I'll do. Steve is really ugly to me, and so I don't really want to choose
Why
that.
you gotta hate Steve, man?
I don't know. That's just how
They're all
it be.
They're all gonna have alternate colors anyway.
I thought that they were
No, they are. But
each
there's
different
only...
skin,
Yeah, they are. But there's 4 of them.
and there are 8 colors.
And there are 8.
Okay.
Yeah, so there has to be...
So what's alternate Enderman colors in Zombie?
I hope it's just like white.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Yeah.
Okay, other thing in my week, I started watching Hannibal.
Oh, that's fun.
It's a great show.
I have heard this.
I like it so much. And I finished season 1 already. But it's spookier than I'm used to. Like, in my head, I'm like, it's akin to Dexter or just like a procedural cop show, you know?
Yeah.
But it's more. It's darker and like gorier but it's so interesting. And if any of you've watched Dexter, it's similar to Dexter, but because you're still rooting for Hannibal, at least I am ish. But like Dexter, you're like, he's a serial killer, but he's killing bad people.
Okay.
So you're like, yeah, whatever. Hannibal, just fucking murdering anyone.
So why are we rooting for him if he's just murdering people?
I think that Okay, so I'm not rooting for
I'm
him.
pretty sure that's what you just said.
I know.
I was going to say on camera, but there are no cameras here.
So I guess I'm not rooting for him, but I still like him.
Okay. Sure.
You know? So that's weird.
That is really weird. Because that's a murderer, man.
Yeah. But, like, there are other antagonists in the show. And he is, like, a main character that I like.
Gotcha. Sure.
Yeah. So, you know. And it's not real murder, so it's okay.
I mean, wasn't Hannibal Lecter, like, super a thing, though?
No.
At all?
I don't think so.
I thought it was based off of a real thing.
Probably based off Jeffrey Dahmer or something.
Huh.
But I don't think so.
All right.
I mean,
More you know.
You know what? If I'm wrong, though, call me out.
Well, I consider you our resident expert on murder-related things.
Yeah, but I don't really know about Hannibal. His name is Hannibal and he's a cannibal. That's just changing one fucking letter. Like, that's... that can't be real.
I was just at the dentist. What's your dentist's name? Crentist? Fucking... What is that from? You remember... What is that from?
No, I don't know what you're talking about.
I'm pretty sure it's from The Office or something like that.
Crentist?
You were at the dentist named Crentist. Yes. What else? What happens in the world of Lainey? You get slashed again by vicious animals?
I mean, I have like a little scratch.
Shit on?
But I did have to clean up poop in one of the exam rooms this week. And it was so weird. It was weird poop and like in a weird spot. So that was, you know, whatever. Just put on rubber gloves, clean up with paper towels, and then inside outed the gloves, you know what I mean?
Sure.
And then used other sanitary products to sanitize.
At what point do you just bomb the room? Like, not even like cleaning bomb, like just grenade. You know?
Yeah.
Where you're just like, there's no getting it back.
We just didn't put people in there for a while, let it air out. I mean, we put Febreze in there and shit, you know.
Yeah.
I got to meet some cute animals this week.
It's good.
Called people on the phone. You know how it is.
Mm-hmm.
Yesterday, I met this beautiful cat named Zeus. And I was like, I don't know that I've ever seen a cat that looks like you.
You know how many animals there are? How many pets that must be named Zeus?
So, like, when I started working at the place, right, I was told that there are certain names that are really common. Apparently, Luna is one of them.
I believe that.
And, like, other ones, like, when you look them up in the computer, like Lucky.
And there's just a million.
A million, yeah.
Is Lucky the Ashley of the dog world? Maybe.
I haven't experienced that many Ashleys.
I know a lot of Ashleys.
Katie is the name in my life that I know so many Katies.
Lots of Katies. What else? Who else? Maddie.
Dylan.
That many Dylans? I know like 2.
I know like 5.
Fuck.
Yeah.
All right.
It's wild.
I'm trying to think of... I guess I know of a lot of Nicks. I don't personally know a lot of Nicks.
You're the only Nick that... Oh, no. I know 2 Nicks, including you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nikki P.
No. I was talking about Nikki M.
Oh, I see. Gotcha.
My friend.
I see. Nah, Nikki P. You know Nikki P.
Yeah, I know. Well, I don't know him. I know of him. But you know of him.
That's really all that you need to know about Nikki P.
Yeah, you don't have a lot of good Nicks on your side.
Here's the thing, though. That just means that I get to be the best Nick.
That's
and I'm
true.
okay with that. Like, at college, right? There are a bunch of other Nick Nelsons. And I want to get us all together and just decide who is the best. Because I need to know.
I don't think you should do that.
I want to know.
Because you're going to meet some fucking 4.0 track star, like, ladies man.
12-pack abs, schlong down to his knees.
6'3" motherfucker, and you're going to be sad.
And I'll be like, I am the inferior version.
Yeah.
I am the Amazon knockoff.
You do have Nick Kroll and Nick from New Girl, though.
True.
Which are both good Nicks.
Those are good Nicks.
What's Nick from New Girl's name in real life?
I have no idea.
I feel like I used to know.
You probably did.
I don't think much else. Oh, I went to sushi and got sick afterwards.
Dope.
Last time I went to this restaurant, I got sick afterwards too. And I thought it was because I overate, because I did.
Well,
because it was
but
sushi.
That is the nature of sushi, yeah.
But it didn't happen immediately last time. Like, because I feel like if you overeat, you're going to throw up sooner, right?
Yeah.
But I didn't have another explanation, so I was like, it just took a while, ? This time, same thing. I got home, and it took a while. We watched a whole ass, movie, and at the end, I was running out of the room because I was going to puke.
Yeah.
But none of my friends get sick from there. So it just must be that I'm, allergic to something.
Clearly, you have a weak stomach.
No, Nick, I've prided myself for so long that I could fucking eat mud and be fine.
Why is that a source of pride for you?
Because my stomach doesn't really ever get upset. That's
Sure.
not a thing that happens to me.
Okay.
Unless I'm obviously sick in that way.
Yeah.
Or motion sick, but I don't feel like
Copious
that counts
amounts
for
of alcohol.
eating. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I don't feel like that doesn't count for eating things, right? Because I
Sure,
have so many
yeah.
friends that are like, oh, I'll eat this and my stomach will hurt for the rest of the day. And every day they're like, my stomach hurts. And I'm like, what's wrong with your digestive system?
You had heartburn yet?
No.
Welcome to hell.
I haven't had heartburn.
But just wait, because you're going to have it. Based on our genetics, you're probably going to have it.
Yeah, that's fair.
And you'll be laying there trying to go to bed, and you're ate McDonald's at 6 o'clock, and it's 1 a.m, and you're like, wow, my chest is just on fire right now. This is lovely. Might I vomit? Maybe a little bit, but it's only going to be enough to vomit in your mouth.
Well, I haven't. And so I'm like, yeah, whatever. I'll eat anything. Yeah. And then now it's well, I can't go to that restaurant anymore.
Yep.
How fucked. I would also like to, before we move on to your week, because I can't remember anything else beside this.
Okay.
Recommend a movie to everyone. It's an old movie. It's cheesy. It's wacky. It's weird. It's called Junior. It stars Danny DeVito and Arnold Schwarzenegger, Emma Thompson, all good people. In it, Arnold Schwarzenegger gets pregnant by science, and it's just a whole movie about him being pregnant and having a baby.
Where does the baby...
It's in his abdomen, so they injected it into his abdominal cavity.
Sure. But where does the baby come out?
C-section.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And
I was like, does Arnold Schwarzenegger just shit out a baby? Is that what's going to happen?
It's so funny and stupid and cheesy, and you get to see Arnold Schwarzenegger dressed up as a woman, which is so funny because he's 6'3", and he looks like that.
He's Austrian, right?
Yeah, he's Austrian. And it's so good. And I don't know why I like it so much, but it caused me to stay up until almost midnight when I had to wake up at 6 the next day.
Excellent.
So, would highly recommend. I've been telling all my friends because no one has fucking watched this movie.
Because you see that concept and you're like, I have a life to live. There are problems that need solving in mine and others' lives.
Yeah, I just say to people, have you watched the movie Junior? And they're like, no. And I'm like, well,
let me tell you,
you should. So if you have access to that movie, I watched it on normal TV, but I don't know how else you can watch it. Go do that.
Excellent.
Wasted 2 hours.
My week was similarly not exciting. So I don't know if I'm pretty sure I've told Mom and Dad, I don't know if I've told you, that I can sell guns at work now.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, you didn't tell me, but Dad told me.
Gotcha. So on an average month, I usually sell about $30,000 worth of stuff personally, which I mean is a nice little part-time, medium, right? this weekend, I sold almost $30,000.
Oh, shit.
and granted, I mean, yes, the guns were part of it, but it was just crazy busy. And for 1 or 2 of the days, I only did maybe $1,000 in guns. I don't know what happened this weekend, why everyone was just buying everything. Because, I mean, like I've been saying, it's all guns and ammo usually. But this weekend it was like, give me the $300 jerky maker.
Oh my God.
And you're like, for sure. Yeah, okay. So that was cool. And I almost ended the month at like 60,000. And I was like, okay, this is fine. So that was pretty rad. I went on a date yesterday, which was awful. I have been in the whole Tinder Bumble scene now for a while, probably a month and a half, 2 months, something like that. It sucks, man. Fucking value your healthy relationships. Value your healthy relationships. But oh my God, there is nothing. So this girl that I went on a date with, and to be fair, she was nice. You know, she was kind. It wasn't like she was an absolute gremlin. But first of all, the date, right, was going to the dog park. And I was like, that's fine. She's got a dog. You go see dogs. Dogs are good. Animals good. Yes. And it's interactive, right? So if there's a lull in the conversation, then you just like, oh my God, look at that dog, right? And so it was fun, but like, that was it. You just go and sit in the dog park, right? And there didn't seem to be any plan, right? The other thing is, maybe this sounds like I'm oversimplifying the situation, but I kind of go into a date in some of the same way that I go into an interview. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Like, I go in expecting to present myself and be like, this is a taste of Nick, you know? This is what you're getting, right on the box. And so when I ask her the question of, what do you like to do? And she looks at me and goes, eh. And just shrugs. I'm like, oh, what? Like, does that mean that you don't have time for a lot because you're very busy with school and things? Does that mean you don't like to do anything? Are you a human silkworm? Like, that, just like, what is going on? And then she said something about, after that, oh, well, I just remodeled a house with my dad. And I was like, oh, that's cool. Yeah, absolutely. What was that like? Like, trying to get and she goes, oh, here. And just opens her phone, shows me the pictures, and just hands me her phone. And continues to not say anything. I'm like, okay, I don't know what to do with this. Also, don't lie on your Tinder profile, your Bumble profile, whatever it is. And I don't mean like straight up lies. Like, obviously don't tell me you're like 6 foot if you're like 5'2", right? Frankly, don't tell me 6 foot if you're 5'11". Just tell me what you actually are, right? Now, all of the pictures that she used were very likely real pictures of herself. And I don't think any of them had been tuned. But looking at them, the most recent picture on her profile was probably, I'm going to say, a year or two old. Because she was probably 40 pounds heavier than any of her pictures. And I got nothing against big girls, right? Like, I have no problem with that. You're comfy in your body. That's great. Fantastic. You be you. Don't lie. Because the superficial game that you play on a dating profile is like, you just got to be honest. And you're going to find someone that loves you for you, right?
Right, because if you put old pictures of you when you hadn't gained the weight or whatever.
Right.
You're going to get mean people.
Right.
Because they're going to come into this date thinking they know what you look like.
Right.
And weight like that changes what you look like. Mm-hmm. And you could get a really big asshole who's like,
oh God, you're fat.
Yeah. Exactly. And I understand that when you transform like that, it can be really difficult.
Sure.
You know, like when you put on that weight. But I don't know. You shouldn't put old pictures like that.
Right. Well, and that's the thing. Like, you got to be confident in you, right? Fucking RuPaul. If you can't love yourself, how in the hell are you going to love somebody else, right?
Yeah, I don't think that's necessarily true. I mean, you can still have issues with yourself.
No. I'm not saying that you have to be like 100% good with yourself. I mean, because I don't think anybody really is, right? But like, just, you got to be upfront and be like, this is it. This is what you're getting, homie.
Right.
You know?
And you're totally right, too, that like in that situation, you have to put who you actually are, because otherwise you're going to attract the wrong sort of people. Like,
correct.
And you're not going to find somebody who like values you for you. And you kind of start off with like so this isn't you sort of thing. And then you kind of question like what else that they're not putting, you know?
Yeah. So we sat there for like 3 hours, which is a long time to be in a dog park, which is, again, it was fine because it was a really nice day. We were sitting outside, just real casual conversation. But definitely would not do that again. Will not be doing that again.
Well, and that just feels like, to me, like you can be nervous, you know, but I feel like when someone asks you what you like to do and you're like, like, that seems like zero effort.
Right.
Like, why are you here?
It's like, you have something. I know people, you like to do something.
Even if it's sit on the couch and watch TV.
Right.
Say, oh, I like to watch TV.
Yeah,
like, that's something.
Or just be like, I don't know, lately it's been kind of crazy, so all I've been doing is watching Netflix. And it's like, oh, what is your favorite Netflix?
Exactly,
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. But it's like, I don't know if she was just nervous or whatever it is, but I have not been on a lot of dates on Tinder and Bumble. And I don't know if that's the nature of the game. Is that only such percent, go so far? But blah. Yeah. Very, very tired of the game, Other than that, I have a mustache now. Lainey hates it.
No, Mom
despises it. Oh, just Mom? I thought you didn't like it also.
I think that it's not great, but I don't hate it like Mom does. In person, it's
not great.
In person, it's better than your pictures. Because in person, you look a lot more like Uncle Tom.
Oh, there you go. Absolutely. I kind of got that vibe, too. When I looked at myself sideways in the mirror, I was like, oh, there it is.
Yep.
That's what it is.
Yeah.
Shout out to you, brother. Brothers and stash. We'll see how long this sticks around. But I like it. I'm all right with it.
And that's all that matters, Nick. Don't let Mom
I'm also
shoot you down.
Yeah, well, no. I'm not going to let Mom shoot me down. But, I don't know. It's one of those things where you're like, there's mustache guys, You don't want to be a mustache guy. And I don't think I am a mustache guy. But also, you put this picture on, like, a dating profile. And then it's like,
Do you feel like you're a beard guy?
I don't know. I don't really know. I think I'm more of like a stubble guy.
Okay.
Yeah,
I get what you're saying.
Yeah. So, life goes on. Anyway, I think that's really all I had to talk about for my week, because I don't think anything else really happened. I got to go to my boss's house for a barbecue on Sunday. That was wild. Because I showed up and it was like everyone from our department. Like, it was probably 50 people. And I said, oh, this is a thing, right? And then he was just like passing out drinks. Like, and it was weird because, I'm an adult and I can drink, but I still feel so much a child because this man is like, I assume he's in his 50s, right? And he's like handed me gin and tonics, and I'm like, is this what it is? Is this what it is to be a grown up?
Yeah. Yeah.
Also tried gin for the first time. Fucking great.
Really?
So good. It is, so, gin is derived from juniper berries, right?
No.
So, do you know what a juniper berry is?
No.
Those little tiny, light, pale blue ones with the dust on them?
Yeah.
It tastes like that.
I don't know what those taste like.
It's like really, it's a little bit bitter, but really, like, it tastes planty, like green, right? So it's really refreshing. But it has enough of that bitter to stop you from drinking it too quickly, which I know is a problem for me and you.
Yeah.
where not even just with alcohol, but with drinks in general, we'll just sit there and drink.
Yeah. If
right?
it's in my hand, you better believe I'm drinking it.
Exactly. And so but it's not the harsh alcohol taste that is stopping you. It's that little bit of like bitter sting, right?
Yeah, I don't know if I like that because I'm really sensitive to bitter things.
Interesting.
Like I drank coffee the other day that wasn't very, disguised.
Yeah.
And I almost threw up.
Sick.
I was like,
What's with you and just vomiting?
Hey, don't bring that up here.
Don't put that evil on me.
Don't put that evil on me, Ricky Bobby.
Don't you put that evil on me. But I will be buying gin for my house because it's a good casual drink. Yeah. Because it doesn't just taste like fucking hard alcohol. And you're like, well,
Yeah, that's fine with me.
Also apologize to all the listeners because we might sound a little bit nasally. It's allergy season, y'all.
And we do have allergies.
Immunodeficient in that capacity.
Hashtag the outdoors.
The outdoors. Trying to murder you
Indoors.
immune system wise.
Indoors.
Sick harmony, dog.
Thank you. Shout out SpongeBob.
Shout out to SpongeBob. So, shall we get on with the part of the podcast that... Send us an email. What part of the podcast do you guys care about more? Is it the first half or the second half?
I'll do a Twitter poll.
Oh, there you go. Twitter poll. Absolutely.
And an Instagram poll. You can.
Wow.
Wow.
But then I'm going to be nervous because then they're going to say one or the other, and I'm like, oh, the other part of the podcast is shit. No one cares about anything.
This is why you should not see what your friends truly think of you.
No, see, that one makes sense, though. Because this I'll just feel bad about, and there's no way to fix it because we'd have to change the entire podcast. Whereas if someone's like, hey, I fucking hate when you wear flip-flops, I'd be like, all right, I'm not going to wear flip-flops anymore, That's a fix. That's easy.
That's weird.
I'm wearing flip-flops right now, so it just came to mind. Don't look at my feet. What the fuck are you... What, you not believe me?
I didn't really think it was true.
All right. I don't know.
It's not like that outside, Nick.
It's warm.
No.
It is.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm wearing a blanket.
Well, I don't know why you're doing that. To be fair, we are in a basement.
Yep.
Yep.
So if Granny hears this and tells Mom, she's going to be mad, but it's okay. I went to... What did I go to? Oh, I went to a therapy appointment this week again. Mm-hmm. And I could have sworn on my life that I closed the garage. Like, I thought that I watched it fucking close all the way, and it was good. Came home, just fucking wide open. And Mom's car wasn't there, and Dad's car wasn't there, and I was like...
It's a murderer.
It's a murderer. Yeah, I walked in the house, I was like, I'm going to get my throat slashed.
Had the cat ears ready to gouge a fucker's eyes.
Yeah, but it was just... our dogs.
Excellent. Maybe a squirrel ran in and tripped the sensor as it was closing.
Yeah, I don't know, but
then
now everywhere I go in the house, I'm like someone's here because I left
killer.
It open.
Yeah.
It was only like an hour, but...
I mean, don't do that.
Yeah, I know.
Cool. So we shall move on, yes?
Yeah.
This week on the Hypothetical Siblings podcast, we are going to discuss a concept that comes from media, but particularly from an old favorite movie of mine as a child, that being Scooby-Doo's Cyber Chase, part of a, not really trilogy, but like kind of trilogy,
I don't know.
So the movie it came out it was 3 years and 3 Scooby-Doo movies. It was Zombie Island.
Shit.
Cyber Chase. And The Witch's Ghost or something like that, which was shitty compared to the other two. But basically the concept is, hypothetically, what would happen if you got trapped inside of a video game?
A video game.
Video games. So, I think bad things.
Do I get lives?
So this is because they, in the movie, Scooby-Doo's Cyber Chase, function on a life system. So at one point, I think Shaggy gets like torn in half by something or something, and then he just like pops back up and it's like Shaggy 2 lives,
Yeah, Shaggy. Mr. Shaggy 2 lives.
Not to be confused with Shaggy 2 Dope. Shout out ICP. That's the one, ICP. What? You don't know the Insane Clown Posse?
No. No.
You don't?
No.
I have some shit to show you about the Dark Carnival.
Oh my god. Because I would be fine with it as long as I had. Well, I wouldn't be fine with it, but I'd be better if I had the lives. Because if I'm just fucking thrown in there like as my fucking self, I'm dying like 2 seconds in.
And so here's the thing: there is a stark contrast between being thrown into a old school, like, 80s 90s video game and thrown into a modern video game, right? Because if I get thrown into, I'm going to say Pac-Man, I know what that is, right? All you got to do is run around, get the dots. You have a certain number of lives, get the dots, right? Whereas if you get thrown into fucking Skyrim,
holy shit.
like, that's a problem. Because not only do you only have one life, I mean, you respawn, but are we functioning under the rules that if you die in the game, you die in real life, right?
Yeah, because, I guess, because...
How about if you get a game over, you die in real life?
Yeah.
So, because then Lainey has to go to a dungeon full of giant spiders and fight the giant spiders.
I would just live in Skyrim. I would fucking go to one of the villages and be like, now. Yeah, this is my life now. Because I'm not dealing with that shit. I have nightmares about spiders that are the size of fucking dimes. If I had to fight a spider that was as big as a fucking elephant, I would kill myself if I didn't die from fright.
Well, so I think the giant spider at the very start of Skyrim, or at like one of the very beginning quests, is like the size of this room.
Yeah.
Like not full body, but like legs.
The
out
legs,
and stuff.
yeah.
And it's like no, absolutely not.
Yeah, that's just the one sculpture of a bug. You know those cars? What are they called?
A sculpture of a bug that's a car?
No, what's the car that's a bug? Slug bug.
Beetle.
A beetle. That has legs and it's a spider.
Yeah.
That's like that size, I would say.
Yeah.
Yeah, fucking A.
Fight a VW bug.
No.
And let's not even talk about just dragons.
Yeah.
Just you got to deal with that now.
I mean, dragons are cool, but they are chaotic, evil.
Depending on the dragon.
I mean, yeah, but I feel like in Skyrim, there's no difference.
Oh, yeah, it's for sure chaotic evil.
Fucking no contest.
It might be lawful. Because dragons in Skyrim, the deep lore is like...
They follow their own code or something.
No, so how it works is they don't breathe fire just normally. What they're doing is speaking in the dragon language, and it's making magic happen.
Oh.
And so when dragons fight, right, and they're shouting at each other, which is what it's called shouting, they're having a debate.
So are you like Dragonborn in that game?
Yes. But Dragonborn is a title, not a race.
Oh, okay. Because I thought that it meant that you like can do dragon shit. I don't know.
Yeah, so you can shout like the dragons can.
Oh, okay.
But how that works is you're learning their language. And different words do different things.
So why are you killing them then? Shouldn't you be bros?
No, because the dragons have been dead for like hundreds of years, and now they're being resurrected and tearing everything apart.
I think they deserve it, personally, but whatever.
To be destroyed?
No, resurrected.
They deserve to be resurrected?
Yeah, if they were all fucking extincted, fuck some shit up.
Sometimes it's okay for things to be extinct.
Like what?
Hitler.
Oh. That's not a species! I'm talking about species!
Hitler is extinct, no cap.
If Hitler is a species...
I'm a species.
What?
I just finished your sentence for you. If Hitler is a species, then I am a species also.
Oh, yeah, then we're all species.
Yeah.
The type of species that Hitler is, I'm okay if they are extinct, yeah.
Yeah, that's fair. So what would be your least favorite game? Or if I already answered that, is it Skyrim because of the giant spiders?
Well, I mean, there's lots of games that I would hate to be in.
Such as?
Well, I can't think of any right now, but like GTA.
That'd be a bad one. That'd be a bad one.
Because I assume you're following the story. Like, you can't just... you can't just free world it, right?
You can, right? But the way that they get out of the game in Cyber Chase is if you beat the game, then it puts you out. Right? So you have to beat the game.
Right. So in GTA,
it's the mainline story.
Which is like fucking drug dealing and shit, right?
Oh, you're talking like not even just like, hey, those guys are making meth. This is our town to make meth in. Go burn their house down and shoot all of them, you know?
Yeah. So there's that.
To be fair, they're meth dealers. Like,
yeah.
yeah. Now, when you have to kill cops, that's a separate...
Well, yeah, you're fucking running around with 5 stars on you. No way am I surviving that. I did get away from like a 3-star chase one time.
Wow.
Because I never played that game, actually. I just dorked around in it.
Well, sure. That's
so, like, the fact that I was able to just...
Do that
was a source of pride for me.
Wow.
Literally any horror game. Like
we've talked about before, putting you into that VR one and all the crosses go upside down.
Yeah. If I was in that game, I would just... I have no...
The thing with that, though, is like that horror game specifically, The Mansion or whatever it's called, you can't die in it.
Right.
You just walk through, right? So if you know that, it's still scary, but there's no threat to your life because you finish the game and then it spits you out and you're like, oh, okay.
Yeah, and then I have PTSD for the rest of my life.
I mean, better than being dead.
Dead, yeah.
You know, I guess.
Until Dawn.
Oh, no.
Holy shit.
Oh, how does that work in the perspective of the characters? Like, does everything freeze around you and then you have to select one or the other?
Or is it, like, in your mind? Like, are you, as the character, making that decision? Like, in your mind, there are 2 clear paths, you know? And you're like, have to choose one.
Imagine being fucking Michelle. Or no, not Michelle. Emily, that's her name.
The one who dies?
Well, wait. You can save all of them.
Wait.
They can all die.
Oh, is Emily...
Emily's the Asian one.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Why?
Because she's a bitch.
Oh.
And, like, someone gets, like, bit by the, I guess, spoilers for Untoward... I just had a stroke.
Until Dawn.
I was like, what's Untoward Dawn? What's happening? Spoilers, I guess, for Until Dawn. There's a Wendigo in it. But... when someone gets bit or something by the Wendigo at one point, she's like, they're going to turn into one. Fucking shoot him.
Yeah.
Shoot him, Mike. And then Mike's like, but what? And everyone's like, no, what the fuck are you? And then you can just let her escalate the situation until you just blow someone's fucking head off.
Yeah. Which they don't turn, right?
No, of course they don't.
Because it's all about cannibalism.
It's based off of if you cannibalize someone, then you become a Wendigo.
And they have all the journals and shit. Yeah. What a bitch. Yeah, what a bitch. I thought you meant something bad happened to her.
No. I mean, also...
How about that girl that gets stolen out the window?
Aubrey? Sure. Audrey? Ashley? Something like that? Yeah. An A name? Ashley sounds
No,
right?
There's an Ashley. There's a different Ashley.
All right.
I don't know. Whatever.
Anyway.
She gets stolen out the window and you find her with, like, 0 clothes on and beat to shit. So
that's a rough way to be.
Yeah.
We've all been there before. I think worst video game would be something long that involves a lot of danger, like any really long RPG, like Skyrim, like The Witcher, like whatever.
What's that game we played with the camera? The scary game that we played it like once here, and you have to get batteries for your camera.
The first one was with the Asylum. The second one, Outlast.
Yeah. Fuck that, for real.
Run through a cornfield while hobo cultists chase you.
The Asylum one seems better to me because
it's more enclosed.
Yeah, more contained.
Yeah, as opposed to run through this fucking valley.
Yeah,
at night.
And you have no idea.
That fucking tall lady with the cross. And we said, oh no.
Sorry. I have nightmares about evil hobos. What's the word? Hillbilly, sorry.
I was like, evil hobos? What the fuck? Not to be confused with the noble hobo.
What?
You know, the noble hobo.
No!
The man who is, or the person that is... What is that? Just writing down evil hobos. Yeah, but anything long like that. Anything that takes a long time. So, like, Outlast is still like I think it's like a 12-hour game. right? But it's horrifying the entire time, and it's basically one hit kill.
Yeah, because there's literally no, like, it's not maybe offensive game. Mm-hmm. You can't hit. Right. You just have to run and hide.
How do you feel about survival horror games then? So like Resident Evil, where you have an ability to fight back, but it is limited, right?
What's the
or like,
evil? Depends what the evil is, right?
I mean, well, in that case, it's basically zombies, which I know how you feel about zombies.
Like Last of Us?
Yeah, that's what I was just going to say.
I would be scared, but better than something like
because at the end of the day, you're holding a shotgun.
Right. Yeah. And also, there are parts in that game where there is no threat.
Right, where you're just hanging out.
Yeah, you're walking through an alley with, like, shady people, but you're a shady person and it's daylight and you have a fucking gun. Whereas in Outlast, you are on edge 24/7.
Yeah, there's no, like, respite where you're just like, I'm just going to sit down.
Yeah. Yeah. So that's fucked.
Yeah. What would be...
What's a fun game?
A fun game to be in? Like, where you're, like, very low threat of death?
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like Mario is up there. Or, like, Kirby or something. Except I don't like the idea of having to swallow someone.
That's true.
Like, their entire being.
Yeah, I don't know about Mario. Like, you're talking about the ones that you just, like, it's worlds, like, level by level.
Yeah.
I was never good at that. They were always hard for me, so I don't really like that.
Remember when we actually beat that one? On the Wii? No, you don't?
We beat it?
We beat it.
I don't remember beating it.
Yeah. There's a lot of games recently that are just like military shooter. Like Squad is a game that just came out on PC, and it's very realistic military shooter. So that's just being in the military in like Afghanistan, which not great, really not great, but
you can do it.
I mean, yeah, you could do it, but would you take that over like fight dragon? You know, because when you have to fight dragon, you have ability to fight dragon. But
also, you have a team in those military games. I assume.
True.
You know,
but they're not other people necessarily. Well,
but if you're in the game,
if you're in the game, do you think they would be?
I feel like they're more.
They're more reactive. It's more real to life. Yeah. Okay. I can get behind that.
Like the new Jumanji movies,
okay,
where they can talk to people, and there are certain things
but then what happens when your homie gets wasted? You know,
like the fake people,
just super bodied. Yeah. You're like hanging out, and homie just gets, Dragon 8, and you're like, well.
Yeah, then...
That's like a new form of PTSD.
Yeah, my CPU friend.
My CPU friend Frank got swallowed by a dragon.
I'm trying to think of like just like a soft, fun game to be in.
I don't think that it'd have to be like Overcooked or something, but then you're just getting shouted at by Gordon Ramsay effectively.
I'm fine with that.
I'm not.
I'm fine with that.
I don't like being yelled at.
Animal Crossing.
But how do you win? Because the whole thing is you have to
develop your island.
But the whole idea is that you have to get to the end of the game to win. And it's also a time-based game. So you are then trapped in Animal Crossing for, assuming that you do everything correctly, I'm going to say 3 months until you have a fully developed island.
Also, do you come out, like, in Jumanji, they come out at the same moment they win in. Like, no time in the real world has passed.
Oh.
Do you think it's the same, or am I just fucking missing for 3 months?
Well, in Scooby-Doo's Cyber Chase, it's not. It takes, like, a day for them to do this, right? But can you imagine if you go missing for 3 months, and then I'm just hanging out downstairs, and you just pop out of the Wii?
Oh.
And I'm like, like, fuck.
I really liked that sound you made. And then I'm like...
You're like, bro, I have so much shit to tell you. Yeah. I'm sitting there having a fucking meltdown because I thought my sister was dead and now she just popped out of my fucking game console.
Yeah, and I'm like, fucking barreled. What an asshole.
That prick barreled. Animal Crossing is a good choice. It's very safe. But then you run out of shit to do. There's only so much fishing and digging and... you get the power to just create like a 12-foot wall of dirt.
Yeah.
So that's cool, I guess.
Yeah. Also, can I, like, do stuff that your characters can't do? Like, can I just fucking lay on the ground outside?
Yeah,
You know
sure.
what I mean?
Yeah. You have full mobility. I'm going to assume in this instance, or all of these instances, that it is the full, most real-to-life VR experience, except you're actually in the game.
Okay.
So full body tracking, you can lay down, you can do whatever.
But it still looks like itself? Or does it look like a fucking bear wearing a leopard print t-shirt?
Ooh. I kind of want it to be that one. Instead of like, because I don't like the idea of looking at myself and being like a weird chibi cartoon.
Yeah, because then I would feel like I was in VR.
Right.
Like, legitimately.
No, I think it's like a bear walks up wearing a leopard print, like, no, he doesn't have a t-shirt. Beryl has like a fucking...
Bodysuit?
No. What do cavemen wear? Like a toga. You know?
Yeah, I guess a toga.
Yeah. So homie walks up and you're like, oh God, I'm dead. And then he's like, hey, what's going on, dog?
Yeah.
You're
And
like,
he's like, I missed you while you were gone.
And then you got Raymond walking up with his fucking snazzy little suit on and his glasses, and you're like, I don't understand.
Yeah. Who the fuck are you?
What the fuck? Trying to think of stuff that I've played recently. Like Assassin's Creed Black Flag.
I'd be bad at that.
But you just get to be a pirate.
It'd be fun, but as soon as they were like, climb that building, I'd be like,
fair.
I'm gonna fucking fall off, okay? Like, I do not have the grace that it takes, even if you have certain skills with you, right?
Yeah.
Yes, I could get halfway up with those skills, but then I accidentally let go because my brain decided, fuck you, and I die.
Yeah, that's a rough one. They're like, hey, get up to the crow's nest. And you're like, no.
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 No. Can you do phone games?
Like, do you want to do Candy Crush? Not Candy Crush. What's the Gardens?
Yeah.
Gardenscapes?
Or BB10 is my favorite game right now.
Is that the block
just,
breaker one?
Yeah, you're just sitting there.
How do you...
like,
No, then you just point. Because what is the end of the game? Doesn't it have like 5,000 levels or something like Candy Crush?
Listen, I don't know.
Because that's like a year that you're just in there breaking blocks. We're also assuming, I think, that there is no hunger or sleep necessary.
Yeah, because if it's not required in the game, then I don't think that it's required in, you know, like Minecraft. I would not enjoy being in.
God.
I really wouldn't.
Fucking Minecraft.
I would hate being in.
Like,
if it's real.
Yeah. Imagine what a creeper looks like in real life.
That's fucking awful.
Yeah.
Like, along with skeletons, zombies,
spiders. How about a undead baby that is sprinting at you at like 20 miles an hour?
What?
Have you not seen the zombie babies?
No!
Yeah.
Or Enderman, straight up.
Yeah, what is that?
What is
like?
that? Yeah.
Just a demon.
Also, like, don't you not look at it or something?
Yeah, as long as you don't look at it, then it's fine. It just hangs out.
Which is so rude because
it will steal
look
blocks, though. They do like to steal blocks.
Okay.
You're like, that's fine. Just take a chunk out of my house.
Yeah, whatever. I'll dig in the
Minecraft,
floor.
I was kind of thinking Minecraft, and I was like, that'd be all right, because I'm thinking of the graphics. But then if it's gonna be real,
yeah,
like,
if it's nightmare. The graphics, I'm like, kind of sucks, whatever. But if it's real,
I feel like I'd end up just building like giant glass bubble domes and living in them. But to beat Minecraft, you have to go to the end and kill the Ender Dragon, which means first you have to go to the Nether. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah,
so go to literal hell.
Yeah.
Fight zombie pigmen and giant ghosts that shoot fire. Collect soul sand.
What the fuck?
You know.
I don't know anything about Minecraft.
We should play Minecraft.
Remember, I get motion sick.
Oh, you motherfucker.
Hey, that's not my fault.
I'm not saying.
Were you the one who told me to check the fluid in my ears?
Probably. That sounds like something that I would say. What if we're in a video game right now?
Like in Wreck-It Ralph?
Yes.
And this is just our life?
Yeah.
I'm okay with that. Like,
what if we're just Sims?
I think about that sometimes, like when you walk into a room and you're like...
And you look at your feet and you're like, Wabagorshna, and you're like, that was weird.
No! I was just going to say, you go into a room and you don't know what you're doing there. Like...
You just think that someone clicked and you're like, what the fuck is going on?
Yeah, or misclicked, you know, on somewhere, and they're like, oh, stop fucking walking there. What are you doing?
Walking into a room and forgetting what you're doing is actually just your player in The Sims misclicking.
And now they've just unlocked the achievement that's like self-aware or whatever. They're like, your sim has made a podcast and are talking about how they're sims.
This is the expansion pack. They finally bought the expansion pack. That's why we can do the podcast.
Great.
Thanks, person.
Thanks
for not being a sadistic piece of shit.
Yeah, and having us drown in the pool because there's no ladder to get out.
Yeah, that's a bad one. I mean, at least that means that we for sure get to turn into ghosts and that there is an afterlife.
Yeah, because the Grim Reaper comes.
Yeah. That's cool.
Can't you, like, kill the Grim Reaper?
Yeah.
Or...
And then another Grim Reaper shows up for the Grim Reaper.
Yeah. That's very Supernatural-esque.
In Sims 4, they had to patch out being able to have a baby with the Grim Reaper.
Love that.
And I was like, what is that? How is...
Yeah, what does it look like?
Is it skeleton or is it ghost? You know?
Well, I feel like it's a skeleton without a head.
Without a head?
Yeah, in Sims, because you can't see it.
Well, it's in the cloak. He has the cloak on.
I feel like it's a...
Headless skeleton.
Billy and Mandy.
Jamaican Grim Reaper.
Yeah.
I'm down with that.
I'm down with that, too. That was
of all of the nationalities of my Grim Reaper to be, I feel like Jamaican is a pretty good choice.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Something aggressive, like a German or a Russian Grim Reaper, that's a bad time.
Mm-hmm. Or something like French would be funny.
Can you beat The Sims? Oh, you'd have to accomplish your life goal. That'd be fucked up. Because you would literally... Okay, if you got put into The Sims, because we are in the young adult category, right? Which is the default starting state. You get assigned a life goal. And to win, you have to complete your life goal.
Which is like...
Become a professional athlete.
Right.
Become head of your field in business.
Can it be like be happy or something like that? Or like have a family? Or...
Yeah, so have a family is one of them, but you have to have like fucking 8 kids. But
here we go.
The concept of that is that depending on what time scale that they're playing on, you either age super quickly and can't get anything done, or you age super slowly and are like a genius doctor by the time you're 28. You know, and you also have like 12 children. And you're like, oh, all right.
I did it. Check.
Or oh no, that's an achievement. I was thinking of getting like the entire town pregnant. And I was like, that's a rough one. That's a problem, but I guess if someone's got to do it. Sims would be pretty good. Animal Crossing would be pretty good. What if you get put in like Doom?
I don't know what Doom is.
You are angry Doom guy, the Doom Slayer. And you go to Mars and or Hell and have to fight them. You slay the demons with shotgun and rifle and BFG.
Depending on what they look like, it could be a good time. I feel like that would express a lot of anger.
I thought we have decided that... Hand me my phone. Hand me behind you. There you go. Yep. There it is. There we go. You will not like the Doom Demons.
Okay.
Because I thought we already decided that we did not like...
Offensive.
Not offensive, what? Oh, offensive game. Offense. Best defense is a good offense.
What the fuck? Pikmin!
That is a nightmare.
Why?
Pikmin is a nightmare-scape. Because you exist now in a world where everything can eat you. And is actively trying to do so.
That's fair.
You are trading the lives of indigenous people to survive.
Yeah, but it'd be kind of fun. I used to carry one on my back all the time and pretend like it was my friend.
Yeah,
I'd be like, this is my bro.
Here, give a scroll through some of those Doom Demons. It's not a good time.
It's not a good time, but also, what the fuck?
Yeah. Is that a cyber demon, I think?
Oh, God.
Oh, Mancubus. Yeah, that's a rough one. Poor Mancubus.
Okay, yeah, I wouldn't like that. Because if it was like...
So anything where we have to fight is a bad time. Regardless of if we get, like, superpowers to fight with. Because he, like, punches through their heads and shit. Like, rips out their heart, stuffs it in their mouth, and then they explode.
Remember that game that we had that was
Mortal
like...
Kombat?
Oh my god. That's just fucking an episode of Gravity Falls.
Oh, well, that's Street Fighter, though.
Oh.
Mortal Kombat is where they're, like, ripping each other in half and shit.
Tekken?
Tekken is similar, but not as nearly as violent. You can play as a panda.
I've watched people play it on the line.
On the line.
Fuck, what was I going to say?
I don't know.
Nick, you ruined it. Oh, remember that game we used to have about superheroes where you could be like Storm?
Oh, Marvel's Ultimate Alliance.
That was really fun.
That was
a really fun game.
That was a good game.
And I feel like it'd be fun to be Storm.
Yeah, because then you could just swap between a bunch of heroes and just be superheroes and fuck shit up.
I loved being Spider-Man and Storm.
Yeah, those are good ones.
Yeah.
That'd be a fun... Because that's just like wreck people as a superhero.
Yeah.
You know?
Except don't you have to fight like, what's his name? Ding Dang Doom or whatever.
Ding Dang Doom.
What's his name?
Fin Fang Foom. Ding Dang Doom.
Ding Dang. My name is Doug Dimmadome.
Just giant green dragon. Oh my god, what's his name? Ding Dang Doom. That's... Fuck. Oh my god. That's going to be my supervillain name. Ding Dang Doom. It's like Doug Dimmadome.
Doug Dimmadome.
Dimmadome. So overall, I think it's a bad time being trapped in a video. I can't get over the Pikmin one because now you're also in like dark caves.
And you're looking at a battery and you know that ain't a treasure.
But it's a treasure. Your ship says, that's a treasure.
Yeah. And you said, oh.
I tell you what, I'd get a lot more comfortable trading Pikmin lives real fucking quick. Mm-hmm. I'd be like, listen, y'all gotta die for me.
Well, and what do they look like in real life? Because I feel like they'd be creepy as fuck.
Well, yeah, they're little like bug people.
Yeah.
Like, so a D-cell battery is like that big.
Right, so they are...
Like a centimeter tall.
Yeah. Like tinier.
Right.
I don't know.
I don't know how big. I don't have a ruler.
Yeah, we don't have a ruler.
I don't know how big a centimeter is.
Yeah. Fuck the metric system.
Now, metric system is dope. All my homies love the metric system.
I know, but I don't know how to do it.
You ever consider that I guess do we qualify as an empire? Because we have... Because our system...
Lego Star Wars, sorry, but oh my god!
Lego anything. But then you can't lose?
Yeah, because you have lives.
No, because you have... you have your 4 hearts. That's a nightmare. Because if you lose those 4 hearts, you know how easy it is to lose those 4 hearts?
Yeah, that's true. But also, if we're assuming that it's real, you're just in Star Wars. Because it doesn't look like Legos then. Then you're just fucking straight up in Star Wars.
So does that mean that you have...
But you can build stuff.
Yeah, so the effective version of it is there's a pile of parts that's like, this is a car.
Yeah.
And then you start like swiping your hands through it and like throwing it into the air and it just forms into a car.
Yeah.
That's weird.
Well, and you use force in that game to do it too.
Yeah, so
yeah.
That's... I don't know how I feel about that.
You could basically be in anything then. Because there's like Lego everything. So you could do Harry Potter, you could do Incredibles, Indiana Jones, Star Wars,
Jurassic Park.
That's
a bad one.
Lord of the Rings.
That's my nightmare is Jurassic Park.
Yeah, I would.
In fact, it is my literal nightmares that I have had about being in Jurassic Park.
I've also had nightmares about being in Jurassic Park.
I feel like that's fair. I feel like it's just good to understand that is a nightmare situation.
Yeah, because it is. There's no payoff.
There's no benefit to being involved.
When Dr. Grant sees the... What are they called? Brachiosauruses?
Yeah.
In the very first, scene. Yeah, I don't know.
Something like that.
And he's so amazed, and that must have been an amazing feeling. But that is not worth the fucking trauma of being chased by T-Rex and Velociraptors.
The raptors are always... The T-Rex, I'm like, listen, it's bad, but it's bad. Raptors is like the uber nightmare because that thing can get inside your house.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, and I'm scared of T-Rexes because I don't want to be swallowed alive.
Sure.
Because
I doubt you would be.
Yeah, me too,
well,
but...
that's not... Because you might get bit in half and then the top half is still alive while you get swallowed.
For a second, though. I mean, you'd bleed out.
Or the shock would just send you unconscious.
Right.
Still a bad way to go.
Because if you, maybe your arm gets chopped off and then you're swallowed alive, it's completely dark, literally no light.
And then you just burn to death.
And then you burn through the acid, and it probably smells bad.
Yeah, you'd probably asphyxiate, huh?
Yeah.
Because there's no oxygen in the stomach.
Yeah.
Is there?
I feel like there's got to be.
Not enough for you to continue breathing for a
for a while. Yeah.
You've never watched Attack on Titan, have you?
No.
Don't.
Yeah, I won't. I'm not planning on it. Thank you, though.
Well, I think that's about time for us. If you have any thoughts about what it'd be like to be trapped inside of one of your favorite or least favorite video games, you can send an email